devam ediyoruz inşallah. Buyurun hocam.
Ne güzel. Ne anlatalım, ne konuşalım? Fikret, Bülent geliyor mu bunlar?
We are going on with our broadcast.
Ne yapılabilir? Çocukları çok iyi tembihlemek lazım. Hakikaten çocuklar öyle bir şey olduğunda çocuksu bir içgüdüyle patlayacaksa ateşin içine atalım, bir patlasın da görelim gibi oluyor. O da çok güçlü
There
oluyor.
were 7-year-olds and another 8-year-olds who were brothers.
Oluyor, küçük,
They just found an explosive that was just placed there by the PKK, and when they just took that bomb to their house, they were just injured very severely. And such incidents are taking place very frequently in the region, and the PKK is just leaving such bombs to those houses. So the children should be just given this education very well. They should be informed of any such possibility, because the children actually, because of a childish instinct maybe, they would like to throw that bomb into fire. And there are sometimes some little dynamites just looking like a pencil, and the children just don't pay attention to the risk, and they just throw those dynamites into fire, and that turns out to be a huge threat. There could be similar handmade bombs and grenades, so these should be given as an education to children. And the ministry should be preparing a program about this by showing the explosives and by teaching the children that their use of those bombs, their throwing those bombs in fire would be a severe threat, a huge threat. There needs to be very important programs to warn children about this. She's really so cute. She understands Turkish a little bit. I'd like to give information about the activities of our friends in Tokat. They distributed 5,000 of her books in Tokat, about 45 of our brothers from the Black Sea region, and from various parts of Anatolia. They just came together to distribute 5,000 of your books. About 45 of our friends took part in this very important activity. May God reward them in heaven. May God be pleased with them. These are very beautiful, very good efforts. The book is just a great impact on people. Books are just making such a very important impact on people. In my childhood years, I had found this book, the Psalms of the Prophet Solomon, most probably the witnesses of Jehovah. They had left that booklet somewhere. And throughout my childhood years, I just opened that book, I read through it over and over again. It's really very important to have this very important impact with the books. The book is a teacher. The book is a teacher everywhere. The book is a mürşid. For 20 years, for 30 years, such books would make a very important impact. And the influence of the books would be just spreading from one person to another. But while our brothers are making these activities, they should not really allow some unacceptable people to be a part of their activities. For instance, there could be certain people who would like to have some financial interest, or they could be just looking for ways to cause sedition or to carry out spying activities. So they should not allow such type of people to be a part of their groups. If they are making efforts to spread, for instance, to distribute books, their hearts should be inclined towards goodness. They should not be selfish, they should not be egoistic, they should not be hypocritical people, or they should not be adventurous people looking for some madness and insanity. All should serve in the way of God. All should be people of good intentions. They should be honest, lovable people, and their hearts should be full of love of God.
Yolunda, heybet alında, yollara düşmüş kendi halında. Develi de oynar, severler de oynar.
Evet, Fikret ve Bülent kardeşlerimiz.
According to this new decision, it is stated that if there is any terrorist group or if there is any other organization or institutions, organizations, foundations that are found to make efforts against the security of the Turkish state, then such groups could be just closed, and TVs and radios are included within this decision. So without a court decision, such institutions, such organizations could be just shut down. There should be a court decision. A court decision is necessary to carry out such actions. How could that be the case? Without a court decision, such an action could not be carried out. Because a person could be hostile against a group, for instance, and they could make such a decision out of their own discretion. But without a court decision, how could that be possible? For example, in Rütük, in the Supreme Board of Radio and Television, we see that the courts may get decided in a certain way, but we would see that the Rütük, the Supreme Board of Radio and Television, they may have a different decision. So what is best, really, to establish justice in these circumstances is to provide for court decisions to carry out any activity like that. Otherwise, that would turn against the government. Because we have to just show over and over again that there's democracy in Turkey. Because what is lacking with the courts? Don't people trust the court decisions? In two gatherings, for instance, in two hearings, 1 week after the other, they could just make this decision so easily. Because there could be certain people, for instance, who are crypto parallel structure members. There could be certain agents and who could be a part of the parallel structure. And there are similar other entities, similar other people in certain institutions, just like the Supreme Board of Radio and Television. So they could act like that. So if such instances occur, really, that could be raising suspects and concerns in people, that could be really a problem for the Turkish people, for the Turkish nation.
Seçim kampanyasında olduğunu belirterek halk bir kurtarıcı arıyor. 1930 krizinden sonra Almanya da zordaydı. Ayağa kalkması gerekiyordu. Hitler adındaki genç bir adam ben bunu yapabilirim dedi ve tüm Almanya Hitler'e oy verdi. Yani Hitler iktidarı çalmadı, halkı ona oy verdi. Ardından da kendi halkını yok etti. Tehlike bu dedi.
The Pope had quarreled with President Trump during his election campaign, and he told him Donald Trump could not be a Christian if he just only tried to build walls, and he resembled President Trump to Hitler, claiming that there's crisis in the United States and people are looking for a savior. And Pope just resembled President Trump to Hitler, saying that in Germany, in similar circumstances, a young man named Hitler appeared, and in the end, he devastated his country. So he was resembling President Trump to Hitler. We can see President Trump, he's just before our eyes. If there's anything wrong, we could warn him. We could give advice to him. We are just making him come to power with conditions, based on conditions. I'm just speaking on behalf of entire humanity. But if he would do something not pleasing for us, then we would warn him in an unexpected way. And there are certain circles who are trying to oppress him, and the Pope is under the influence of Britain. And in the last 8 years, this is the first time that radical Islam is used, is mentioned for the first time. So it is really good that President Trump is talking about radical Islam. And the head of CIA has just turned against President Trump. As soon as he came to power, he was given this kind of a pressure from various circles. Turkey, Israel, Russia, China, all these countries should act in alliance, and they should jointly struggle against the British deep state. This is an apparent way, a very explicit way.
Kan revan içinde kalıyor millet. Dehşet, kepazelik, rezalet diz boyu. Ambulanslarla hastaneye götürülüyor. Ya kardeşim, havadan yiyecek at ya. Kitap at, çocuklara çikolata at. Zorunlusa ne olur? Ben anlamıyorum bu kepazeliğin sebebi. Bir de çok zormuş gibi göstertiyorlar. Diyoruz ki İslam alemi birleşsin. Ya o nasıl olacak ya falan diyor. Bölünme nasıl oluyor peki?
Establishing
Bölünmenin
this
mantığı var mı?
unity and brotherhood all over the world
Ya rüya görüyoruz.
is such an
adeta. Bir
easy
acayiplik
affair.
var.
It's really so
Mucize bu ya.
difficult to enter into
Ya
conflict
dünyanın
and
kardeş
quarrel,
olmaması için
to
de bir sebep
bombard
yok. Mesela
hospitals
benim
and
canım
schools,
hırvat.
to cause
Ben
immense
bir kısmı
bloodshed, to terrify people and
Hristiyan,
cause
bir kısmı
horror.
Musevi,
This is really
bir
something
kısmı
terrible.
Rum. Her biri birbirinden güzel insanlar.
You may
Yani
just
zorunuza ne olur?
drop
Ben
down food
bunu
and
anlamıyorum.
books and chocolates for
Ya
children
mesela
from the
geldi
air.
buraya haham.
What is the reason for all this
Çok efendi bir
conflict?
insan,
And
terbiyeli
they
insan.
try to give an image
Affedici,
as if
sevgi,
that's
dostluk,
really so
kardeşlik.
difficult.
Yani
And when
kefalet
we say the
çıkartmanın
Islamic
alemi
world
nedir
should
yani?
get in unity, they try to
Rezalet
depict
çıkartmanın
that to be
alemi nedir?
something as a difficult task. Really, this is like a dream. This is a miracle. There's no reason for
Az
the
evvel
humanity,
bahsettiğimiz Karanname'yle
the entire
kamuoyunda
humanity, not
cahilelerin
to be
kanı olarak
brothers,
okuyan
really. For instance, my dear
14
one,
TV dün gece kapatılmış. Ne vardı acaba
she's
orada?
partly Christian, some of them are Jewish.
Nasıl bir şey?
And anyone who comes here, they have so much love for you. The rabbi, he's really a very decent person. He's full of love. He's
Yani
only looking for
cahilliği
brotherhood
yapmadan
and unity.
büyük olay olur.
What should be the reason for
Çünkü
any
Alevi
conflict,
kardeşlerimizin de kanı
for
var.
any quarrel, any
Bir
enmity?
mantığı yok onun. Bir şey var herhalde benim. Onu bir araştıralım. Evet, dinliyorum.
Biberonlu süt içen bir minik kedi vardı. İyi şahit.
Ulan ne şeker ayı ben. Kulakları da oynayak. Oh, afiyet şeker olsun.